FORA.tv. The world is thinking.
This is why we use the word apartheid. Apartheid, in our view, is not a slogan. It's not just some political curse word. It's a very precise word for a system that can be constructed and that can be imported and exported and so on. What's apartheid? Apartheid is two elements, basically. One is when one population separates itself from the others. That's what apartheid means, apart. It means that in Afrikaans, and that's the word we use in Hebrew. The official name of our policy is apartheid, except we say it in Hebrew, hafrada. Hafrada, which is apartheid or separation, is what we call our policy towards Palestinians. That's why we use the term a demographic border. That's an official term. And the official name of the wall is not the security barrier, because it's sold as security. The official name is the separation barrier, the apartheid barrier, Michshol hafrada in Hebrew. That's the official name and the concept. So that this wall then is more than twice as high as the Berlin Wall was. And here it's interesting, you know, there were two outrageous issues back in the 60s, 70s, 80s that everybody in the world was up in arms against. One was apartheid, the apartheid regime. The other one was the Berlin Wall. Remember, even Reagan went to Berlin and said to Gorbachev, tear down this evil wall. And here you have both of those systems in the same little country with the support of the Australian government and everybody else. It's really interesting how, you know, to ask, you know, why that's the case. So the wall is 8 meters high. The Berlin Wall was 4 meters high. The Israeli wall is 5 times longer than the Berlin Wall was. And the Berlin Wall was linear. This wall, in fact, encompasses, imprisons, tens of thousands of Palestinians. So that this is the city of Tulkarm. About 70,000 people completely surrounded by the wall with one entrance and exit controlled by the Israeli army forever. And the wall does not separate Israelis from Palestinians as you would expect if it was really a security barrier. Here's the wall. I don't know if you can see it. I'll just turn this off for a second. Well, okay. Here you see it going through this Palestinian community. In other words, this is a Palestinian grandmother in Bethlehem. Her grandchildren live here in Beit Jala. And the wall goes, there's no Israelis in this picture. So what kind of a security barrier is it if your enemies are on both sides? It's clear that the wall is built in a way that Israelis can't see it. First of all, so they can't see it, so it's not an issue. And also, we want to give ourselves, we don't want to imprison ourselves. We want to give ourselves the feeling of open spaces, unhindered movement. And so the wall is built deep into Palestinian areas. It goes through school courtyards. This is a high school in Anata with a basketball hoop on the other side. And it goes through not only Palestinian communities like Abu Dis, but this is Al-Quds University. I mean, I don't know why the wall going through university campuses, preventing students and faculty from getting to classes, is not an issue in every university in the world. Remember a couple of years ago when the British Union of Teachers called for a boycott of Israeli academic institutions. Not Israeli academics, not individual scholars, but the institutions. There was an outrage. It was university presidents sent letters of outrage. Nobel Prize winners, thousands of faculty members, outrage at this violation of academic freedom. Where was the outrage? when Israel built years ago a wall not only through Al-Quds, there's other university campuses as well. And I wrote an article on the second day of the attack on Gaza, Israel bombed the Islamic University. The university with 17,000 students was bombed, and according to the Israeli papers, it was destroyed. Where was the outrage? Did anybody speak out about that? So that there's a real racist undertone here, you know, in which Gilad Shalit, everybody knows his name. Who knows the names of the 12 or 13,000 Palestinian prisoners who are being held? You see, when there's a boycott against a white university, it's an outrage. When walls are built with other people's universities, who cares?